Hello viewers, Steve here, doing part 4 of Anti-Film School's summer movie wrap-up. I know we're a little bit late here. I've been trying to play catch-up because of the Halloween horror movie spooktacular coming up. So, been doing a lot of work for that, but I'm going to do a quick rundown of the movies that I saw from August. I saw all the big ones outside of the new Bourne movie. I didn't see that movie because I did not get a chance to revisit the other 3 movies before it came out. I really wanted to. I was hoping I would be able to, but it just didn't work out, so I didn't see the movie. So, we're going to axe that one. I heard that movie wasn't very good anyway, so I don't think I'm really missing out on much. But anyway, so we'll jump right into it here. First one from the month was Total Recall, directed by Len Wiseman. Probably by far the worst movie I saw all summer. This one was pretty bad. It was a remake that nobody was really asking for. Easily has to have some of the worst acting, the worst action, the worst plot. This movie is one gigantic chase that I wish would have ended about 10 minutes in. It's a bunch of good-looking people looking good in souped-up action scenes. You're really not missing much if you didn't see it. I think a lot of the country felt the same way. They just didn't care about it. So, yeah, this one was kind of a late summer dud. I didn't really expect much out of it, and I didn't get much out of it, so I thought it sucked. That was a big fat F. The next one was The Campaign with Zach Galifianakis and Will Ferrell. I thought this was a really funny movie. I didn't think it was an extremely funny movie, but it was very funny. It has some great moments, a lot of raunchy humor, very, very satirical of the election, campaigns and elections. I mean, it's very cutthroat. Usually I'm not a huge Zach Galifianakis person, but I really actually enjoyed this movie. I thought it was really funny. It was really well made. It's a comedy that you see once. That's all you need to see it. You'll laugh. I think the more times you revisit it, it just won't be as funny. But, it's got the shock humor that these guys are really, really good at. I thought Will Ferrell did a really good job. He was hysterical. He's basically playing a version of Will Ferrell that we've all seen. But here it works. And with no PG-13 rating to hold them, it's pretty hilarious. So I gave this one a B. It's worth a rent. Worth checking out one evening. The next one was ParaNorman. This is one of the best movies I've seen all year. ParaNorman was fantastic from beginning to end. It was a great little throwback to old horror movies. It was one of the better animated movies. It's stop motion. It's dark. It's hysterically funny. There is a lot of witty humor in it. It's great for fans of horror. If you're a fan of horror in any way, I strongly suggest you see it. It's a great little throwback. Not really for kids. If you have kids, I'd steer clear. It's a little dark. But yeah, ParaNorman was great. And I really loved Norman. I thought he was awesome. He was a really great animated character. I was rooting for him the entire time. Felt bad for the little guy. But yeah, then we have The Expendables 2. I actually ended up liking The Expendables 2. I didn't think I would that much, but I did. I thought it was what the first one should have been. It had a little more of a sense of humor about itself. It's extremely violent, it's non-stop action, more 80s stars than you can shake an AK-47 at. There was Sylvester Stallone didn't seem to be trying as hard this time around. He seemed to relax a little bit. He didn't seem to be taking things too seriously. The other thing, Jean-Claude Van Damme was absolutely unmissable in it. You have to see Jean-Claude Van Damme in it. The other really great cameo came from, what's his name? Chuck Norris. I don't know how I couldn't think of that. Chuck Norris is really great in it too. He's not in it very much, but when he is in it, it's pretty good. And also welcome was Arnold Schwarzenegger and Bruce Willis. They were really great in it too. They were having a lot of fun. It seemed like Bruce Willis wanted to kind of rough it after his little Moonrise Kingdom art house run there, and yeah, he did a great job. I mean, it was a really good movie. If The Expendables 2, it's another one. If you can rent it, do it. If you're a fan of 80s horror or 80s action, you're gonna love it. Can't go wrong with it. Much better than the first one. Much better than the first one. Rounding it out here, we have Premium Rush. Premium Rush was good. It was a good little distraction. It didn't blow me away. It's not really going to blow anybody away. Joseph Gordon-Levitt does a good job. Everybody in it pretty much does a good job. It's kind of one of those late summer action movies that really don't have the budget to compete, but they're trying. But it's a good little Friday night watch. If somebody's watching it, you can get through it. It's not really gonna change your life, that's for sure. But it's pretty much Fast and Furious on bicycles, with like a gangster, crooked cop story woven into it. I didn't think it was too bad. I could see it again if I had to, but it wouldn't be anything I'd rush right out to see. Decent little movie for the end of summer. If you're bored, check it out. The other one here that I got to see was Lawless. Lawless is another one. I heard a lot of so-so things about this movie, but I absolutely loved it. John Hillcoat's a great filmmaker as far as I'm concerned. I love The Proposition, his Australian Western. I thought that was a fantastic movie. The Road's a good movie, but I think I have to go with Proposition and Lawless. Lawless is fantastic. Tom Hardy, man, he just every time he leaves me wanting a little bit more from him, and I can't wait to see what he's going to do next. This was his movie from beginning to end. This is Tom Hardy's show. Everybody else is just in it. There's a lot of big name people in it too. Gary Oldman shows up for a few scenes. Shia LaBeouf's in it, obviously. There's been a lot of buzz about him in it, and he does a pretty good job. It's certainly not Transformers or Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, but he's pretty good here. And Jessica Chastain, who you've been seeing a lot of, last year she was like in everything that came out, and she's been in a lot since. She's going to be in Zero Dark 30, the new Catherine Bigelow movie next, but she's in this, and she plays a waitress, and she's equally as good as Tom Hardy. They both did a really great job. And also Guy Pearce. Guy Pearce, he's another one. He was rivaling Tom Hardy all the way to the end. You really hated Guy Pearce. But I thought this was an excellent movie. I thought Prohibition-era thriller gangster movie. It was really well done. They kind of rip it out of the city and put it into the sticks. The attention to detail and just the cinematography, everything. It's a little bit cliched in the story department. You can see it coming miles away, but this is a good movie. I don't understand why there's been a lot of backlash against it. I was into it from beginning to end. These characters were really vividly portrayed to me. They really just worked their way in, and I couldn't get away from them. It was unbelievable. These characters are incredible. Highly, highly recommend Lawless. Uh, Overall, I think August was a much better month than um, May and even June. There was a lot of better movies that came out. A lot of things that were good, not great, but I'm Lawless and ParaNorman. ParaNorman is easily one of the best movies I've seen of the year, and Lawless is another one that ranks up there. There's still some movies that I haven't seen this summer. It's hard for me to see everything, but these were the ones I did get to see. These were some of the bigger ones. Like I said, I didn't get to see the new Bourne movie, but I'm sure at some point down the road I will. From what I've heard, I haven't really missed anything. So, yeah, overall I'd give August a solid B. The summer itself, kind of a summer with some really great things thrown in. You had the Avengers, The Dark Knight Rises, Prometheus, ParaNorman, Lawless, and those were the ones you should see, definitely, most definitely. So yeah, I'd give the overall summer a solid B, B minus territory. Not the best summer, but it certainly had some winners in it. I mean, just along with the Avengers and The Dark Knight Rises, it was absolutely incredible. So yeah, that concludes this feature, this 4-part feature. I think I'm going to retire the video reviews for a while after this. They don't seem to be doing that hot, so I'll be putting those on the back burner for a while. But in just a few days, the Halloween Horror Movie Spooktacular begins. Going all out for it. Hope you guys enjoy it. It should be cool. Real quick, it's going to start out with the Universal Movie Monsters, which are hitting Blu-ray next week. So we're going to be reviewing every Universal Movie Monster sequel. There's a lot of them. That's why I've been very busy. So we're going to go right into that. We're going to go right from that to Hammer Horror. And then it's going to be the guest week. And then we're going to be doing remakes, and we're going to be doing haunted house movies. So lots and lots of awesome horror movies coming your way, and a lot of very cool guests. I can't wait for you guys to experience the very cool guests that I have lined up for you. You're going to love them. But yeah, so get ready. That's in a few days, so bear with some of the downtime here, and be ready for 31 days of non-stop horror. So I will see you guys soon.